Hi everybody, this is the Golden Era Bookworm bringing you today Your Physique 1947 December with Abe Goldberg on the cover, famous in the late 40s, early 50s during the very early part of the Golden Era. What I like about this cover is that it is probably the first color photographic cover of Your Physique. Previously you've seen lots of black and white, followed by a lot of paintings, color paintings, and now we have a transition into color photography. A very aesthetic Abe Goldberg sits on a pillar there, and the subtitles here are "The Toughest Man Who Ever Lived" and "Cigarettes Cause Cancer," giving you an indication of what's inside the mag. But what did I like in this magazine? Well, let's have a quick look. I'll center that. I enjoyed the where is it? Noteworthy. I think it's some noteworthy examples. Here we go, of arm development. It was all right. It mentioned names such as Joe Nordquist, the Russian and German, the German strongman Hermann Gorner, shown here. It's quite a famous photo. The phenomenal physique of Billy Block, who had some fantastic arms, quite shredded for his day. We had the Russian strongman George Hackenschmidt. So they talk about these strongmen which on average have had 17 to 18 inch arms. Very interesting historical information. The next, I guess, interesting article, and I should say actually photo, was here in Bodybuilding Corner. You see a great photo, I'll just center that and zoom in, of the phenomenal Steve Reeves. It's rather an aesthetic shot. You can see him flexing his thighs, his calves. He's got that sword overhead, flaring his lats out in a vacuum, flexing his arms, looking phenomenal. Face pointing suggestively into the distance. What a great photo, I love it. Photo by Russ Warner in this particular article for Bodybuilding Corner. I'll move that back now. There we go. So one of the best articles though in this particular issue was "So You Want to Gain Weight Part 2" by Peary Rader, editor of Iron Man magazine, one of the best magazines of the Golden Era. Here, Peary Rader, and I will be making a separate video because I believe these two articles are absolutely awesome. He basically goes through the 20 rep squat program for gaining weight. I've mentioned this in the past. If you really do want to gain weight fast and you are a hard gainer, I highly recommend you see my video, How to Get Massive Fast, the 20 rep squat program from the book Super Squats. And that's essentially what this article is about, using the 20 rep squat program along with some compound exercises. Very simple, extremely effective. Here is another great article on calf development, but with, again, this time a very rare shot of Steve Reeves from behind pressing a barbell overhead. You can see his fantastic calf development for his time and his wide V taper. Love that shot, very rare. Of course, what's recommended in this article is the same as always: calf raises, walking on your tippy toes, etc., etc. What else did I find awesome? I thought the article there's some great photos too of Clarence Ross and John Farbotnik. These were awesome shots in the center of the mag, and this was another great article. Terrific is the word for Stan Stanczyk. Stanczyk, for those of you who do not know, I'm going to actually make a video on this particular article. Steve Stanko, as the Hoffman crew called him, or Steve Stanczyk was his actual name, was a very famous, probably one of the greatest middleweight, I believe, yeah, middleweight champions of the world in Olympic weightlifting. This is a great article on his story and his successes early on in his career. I will be making a video on this article. Now, this was probably the article of all articles so far from Your Physique. This is probably one of the best ones, and I'll tell you why. Because it announces, Joe Weider announces the formation of the Ifbb, the International Federation of Bodybuilders, to be formed. Here, in the creation of the Ifbb, Joe Weider states, and I'll read the first couple of paragraphs, and I'll also make a video on this, that he is frustrated. He finds that he and every other bodybuilder is frustrated that bodybuilding shows are always relegated to the end of Olympic weightlifting meets, and that there is usually no trophy or cash prizes. Yet you find that weightlifters and also women who take part in beauty contests could actually earn money. And his question was, why not bodybuilders? So he decides to form the Ifbb, and I guess the rest is history. This is a phenomenal article in this particular magazine. I love it. It's a real piece of history. Anyway, that is it. That is what I found the best of, I guess, in reading Your Physique December 1947. I've now covered most magazines of this year, and I'll be moving on to Your Physique 1948, where we have some fantastic articles on Steve Reeves, and I think some on other, I think, do we get Reg Park? I can't remember, but Reg Park begins to appear very soon, and so you will start hearing now about the more prominent golden era bodybuilders such as Steve Reeves. Can't wait to do more videos on him. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like. Please share. Leave me your comments. I always answer your comments. I always at least give them a likes and a heart. But I tend to always try and answer your comments. So please let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. This is the Golden Era Bookworm. Bye for now.